Near the Lyman direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier resting beneath a tree inside a wooded area, his weapon still held tightly across his chest, as if prepared for sudden combat. Seconds later, another soldier rushes toward the same position in visible panic, likely searching for cover beside the tree. As he arrives, he repeatedly raises his rifle and fires upward at a Ukrainian drone circling overhead and applying constant pressure from above. Despite the repeated shots, the response has little effect as the drone continues maneuvering around the position. Moments later, the aircraft rapidly descends and strikes near the base of the tree where the first soldier had been resting. After the smoke and debris begin to clear, the soldier beneath the tree no longer moves, while the second soldier survives the blast. Visibly shaken, he quickly retreats deeper through the forest, repeatedly looking upward as if expecting additional drones to appear above him at any moment. The following situation unfolds along a forest edge near Pokrovsk, where a Ukrainian drone moves carefully through the trees, searching for a Russian soldier whose position had been reported by reconnaissance teams shortly before. After several moments of weaving between trunks and scanning dense brush, the operator finally detects the soldier concealed inside thick vegetation nearby. Within seconds, the drone adjusts direction, closes the distance, and descends directly into the engagement. The following footage unfolds near a trench line in an area known for repeated and intense fighting, where a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier moving along the top edge of the position. Several minutes later, a Ukrainian strike drone is redirected toward the reported coordinates and rapidly closes the distance. Below, the soldier continues walking with his attention fixed on the ground ahead, showing no awareness of the aircraft approaching from above. Without recognizing the danger or attempting to react, he remains fully exposed along the trench line as the drone accelerates forward and commits to the engagement. Near an abandoned warehouse in the Pokrovsk direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier moving inside the damaged structure in an apparent attempt to hide. Moments later, a Ukrainian strike drone is redirected toward the location. After arriving, the aircraft carefully maneuvers through the interior of the warehouse, scanning the darkened space before locating the soldier and committing to the engagement. The following footage unfolds near a riverbank in the Kherson direction, where a Ukrainian drone is conducting a routine patrol along the shoreline. As the aircraft moves forward at low altitude, the operator notices a faint figure emerging ahead through the terrain. The drone closes the distance and identifies a Russian soldier moving alone beside the water, still carrying personal equipment in his hands. With the target fully exposed along the river edge, the drone immediately accelerates forward and commits to the engagement. Along a forest edge near Kreminna, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a Russian soldier pressed against the trunk of a large tree. He repeatedly scans the area around him, appearing tense and unsettled. Yet his attention remains fixed at ground level. Unaware of the danger above, he fails to notice that his position has already been reported to a nearby Ukrainian drone unit moving toward the area. When the FPV drone arrives, it begins searching through the trees and brush for the exact location. Below, exhaustion appears to overtake the soldier as he eventually lies down beneath the tree, still visibly anxious. From above, the drone continues scanning the terrain until movement beneath the trunk confirms the target. The aircraft immediately closes the distance. As it approaches, the soldier suddenly notices the drone and reacts by kicking upward in panic, attempting to force it away. The drone maintains its line, continues forward, and commits to the engagement. A Russian soldier is seen moving near heavily damaged tree lines in the Kupiansk direction, before eventually collapsing beside a nearby trunk from apparent exhaustion. His movements suggest he may have recently fled a failed assault and become separated from the rest of his unit during the retreat. Surrounded by broken trees and scattered debris, he remains motionless on the ground, likely focused only on recovering enough strength to continue. What he does not realize is that Ukrainian reconnaissance drones are already observing the area from above. Moments later, a nearby Ukrainian strike drone is redirected toward his location, after the position is confirmed. Below, the soldier remains completely still, showing no awareness of the aircraft approaching through the damaged tree line. Even as the drone closes the final distance and descends toward the position, the soldier appears unaware of the danger moving silently overhead. The following situation unfolds along a dirt road near an area frequently affected by intense fighting. A Ukrainian drone moves low above the route, scanning both the roadside and nearby terrain for hidden movement. After covering a short distance, the operator spots a Russian soldier concealed inside a shallow depression beside the road. The soldier appears focused on engaging another drone overhead and fails to notice the second aircraft approaching from behind. Within moments, the Ukrainian drone rapidly closes the distance and commits to the engagement before the soldier can react. The following moment unfolds over open terrain, where a Ukrainian drone rapidly approaches a Russian infantry soldier standing motionless in the middle of a field. Wrapped in a thermal concealment cloak beneath the midday light, the soldier remains completely still, relying on camouflage to avoid detection. Within seconds, the drone closes the distance and commits to the engagement. The following situation unfolds in the ruined sector of Chasiv Yar in the Donetsk region, where reconnaissance teams detect movement from a small Russian infantry group moving through the damaged area. Moments later, a Ukrainian fiber optic FPV drone is launched toward the reported position. As the aircraft closes in, the soldiers attempt to fire back and drive it away with their weapons, but the effort proves ineffective. The drone maintains its course, continues forward, and commits to the engagement. The following situation unfolds across open terrain in the Zaporizhzhia direction, where a Russian soldier is seen moving alone through an exposed field, without cover or nearby support. Moments later, a Ukrainian drone arrives over the area and begins closing in on the position. As the sound of the aircraft echoes across the field, the soldier quickly lowers himself beside a patch of tall grass and attempts to fire back with his weapon. Despite the effort, the response proves ineffective as the drone continues maneuvering overhead. The following footage unfolds near a heavily damaged residential sector in the Pokrovsk direction, where a Ukrainian drone detects a Russian infantry soldier attempting to evade operators from the 5th Omega Special Purpose Battalion by hiding inside a water well. After the position is confirmed, another Ukrainian drone is immediately dispatched to the area to complete the operation. As the aircraft arrives, the operator carefully surveys the terrain surrounding the well, assessing angles, obstacles, and possible escape routes. Once the situation is fully understood, the drone rapidly descends into the opening and commits to the engagement. According to released battlefield footage, UAV pilots from Ukraine's Phoenix unit of the Border Guard Forces compiled a large collection of fiber optic FPV drone recordings, capturing Russian infantry, transport vehicles, and military equipment both while moving and while positioned across contested sectors in the Donetsk direction. The footage shows more than 50 drones being deployed within a single day as part of a coordinated operation designed to monitor and engage Russian forces attempting to maneuver through damaged terrain, open ground, and critical approach routes near the front line. Several sequences demonstrate how quickly infantry movement becomes exposed once aerial surveillance is established overhead. In multiple situations, Russian soldiers attempt to flee after detecting incoming drones, but limited equipment and the absence of effective countermeasures leave very few safe routes available. Even across difficult terrain filled with debris, forest cover, trenches, and damaged infrastructure, Ukrainian FPV operators maintain controlled flight paths while maneuvering precisely around obstacles and tracking individual movement from above. The footage reflects a broader tactical pattern developing across the battlefield, where persistent drone presence significantly reduces the effectiveness of concealment and mobility. Without sufficient air defense coverage, electronic protection, or coordinated support systems, infantry units remain increasingly vulnerable under constant aerial observation and rapid drone response throughout active combat zones. According to released footage, Ukraine's Birds of Madhyar unit conducted large-scale drone operations across the Donetsk direction, deploying more than 50 drones within a single day to monitor and engage Russian movement near contested sectors. After months of unsuccessful assault attempts using small raiding groups in light vehicles, Russian forces appear to be relying increasingly on the limited number of armored vehicles and tanks still available for frontline operations. The footage demonstrates how quickly armored movement becomes exposed once aerial surveillance is established above the battlefield. In several sequences, armored vehicles attempt to withdraw or change direction immediately after being detected by Ukrainian drones. However, limited maneuver space, damaged terrain, and the absence of effective counter-drone protection leave very few safe escape options available. Reconnaissance drones continuously relay movement data while nearby FPV units move into position from multiple directions. The footage reflects a growing tactical reality across the front line, where infantry and armored formations operating without sufficient air defense, electronic protection, or coordinated support remain under near constant aerial observation and sustained pressure from above.